Guess what, guys?
It has begun!
So I'm sure you're asking what's begun. Well, what begins today is the new direction of the channel. Again, we're still going to focus on my Genesis Coupe build and things like that, but we're also going to focus on what it costs to build some of these other cars, like a BRZ, a Supra, a Lamborghini. We can keep going on and on. We're going to focus on what it costs to build these cars. The other thing you got to take into consideration is knowing the final price, and again, the final total isn't going to be until the end, but knowing the final total, would you continue with your current build, current car that you have now, or would you have built one of these? The other thing is, if you had the money, would you build any of these other cars? And this is going to cover cars, it's going to cover trucks. It's probably going to cover the current car that you have. So if you're wondering how this is relevant to you, just stay tuned and find out. And by the way, this is also going to cover swaps as well, because we know engines like a Honda engine, the LS engine, and the 2J are all motors that are commonly swapped. So we're going to cover swaps in this as well, so don't worry about it. Second, because this one was actually the first, it was my car. Up second is probably everybody's just favorite tuner car. You don't know what it is? It's probably the most popular tuner car. Definitely the most popular tuner motor. What is it?
Hey, pop the hood.
Pop the hood?
Pop the hood. 2JZ engine, no shit.
And what did I tell you?
I retract my previous statement.
You know what? This will decimate all after. You put about 15 grand in it or more if we have to. Overnight parts from Japan.
Alright guys, so let's get started. As you can see by the intro, if you haven't figured, well, not the intro, but that previous screen, if you haven't figured it out, the first car we're going to try to figure out how much does it cost to actually build. Well, not the first, the second. The first one was, you know, my Genesis Coupe. But, oh god, I love that car. But that first car that we're actually going to take a look at is the 03 through 08. I mean 03 through 08. Wow. 93 through 98 Toyota Supra. Yes, that 2JZ. No. So, I've got my handy dandy notebook.
You know what we need? Our handy dandy notebook. Where's my notebook?
And so let's get started. I did this research, and actually, it wasn't too bad doing the research for this car. Obviously, with the popularity and with it just being Toyota's, probably Toyota's most famous engine ever on the planet, and one of the most swapped engines, I decided to do this car just because most people love it so much. So by the end of the video, you're gonna see you're gonna know about how much I would spend if I were building this car. You might do it a little bit differently, but and spend a little bit more, a little bit less here and there. It all depends on what you'd be looking to do. Also, if you're building another car, or in my case, the Genesis Coupe, would you have spent the money on the car you're currently building or on the Toyota Supra? So I will make that, a poll question. Which would you prefer, your current project or the Toyota Supra? So let's get started with how much it would probably cost me. Now, the only rule that I have that I'm following, it's if I had already currently owned that car. So in this case, if I owned a Toyota Supra right now. So let's get started with the list. And again, you guys tell me what you think. Let me know if you guys would do the same things or not. So, and we're going to try to go through this list as quickly as possible. Yeah. Anyway, so first up we got the ARP main stud kit. That I found for $220. Then we have ARP connecting rod bolts, which are, oh, I didn't even look that up. But anyway, connecting rod bolts, which are $145. More than likely, as I get to the rods that I decided somewhere, I'm pretty sure they would come with rod bolts. Then we have APR head studs. Obviously, if I'm pulling the motor apart, I'm going to put ARP head studs. I think Titan Motorsports has their own head studs as well. But I tend to gravitate towards ARP anyway. But that's just me. Next up, oh, those are $260 by the way. Next up, we've got HKS Iridium spark plugs, and those are $28 per plug. Next up, we got a Kombat MLS head gasket that cost $220. Obviously, there are other head gaskets out there, so it's really up to you what you choose. That's the one I'm going with. And just try to remember, I'm also doing this as if I didn't have a whole lot of money to spend, but probably just enough to do this build. And we're trying to figure out too is if Jesse was right and spending if it's 15 grand or more overnight parts from Japan. Yeah, no. So anyway, let's keep going. A complete engine rebuild kit, gasket kit. That came to $632. But that's every single gasket you can possibly think of that you're going to need to put the motor back together. So then we have a Gates timing belt. That came to $115. I'm just one who, if I'm going in there and I have the motor open, I'm gonna change, and I have the motor out, I'm gonna change the timing belt. I'm not gonna put the old one back on. That's just how I work. You guys are gonna find that out really quickly. I'm gonna break because I still got a whole page and a half to go through. Okay, so anyway, let me just adjust you guys real quick. Yeah. All right. So anyway, we've got Brian Crower camshafts, and those came to $765, and those are plug and play. So I don't need to actually change the valve springs and retainers. They're just plug and play. Let's see, competition lightweight flywheel. That came to $377. Along with that flywheel, I also would have gotten the competition clutch stage 1 gravity. That came up to $490. I still want to take a look at what that meant by gravity. So I will take a look at that and let you guys know what exactly that is. Next up, we've got Ram Performance 1000cc injectors. Those are $650. And those were the most cost-effective ejectors that I found. Again, trying to be cost-objective and, trying to, if it's my build, I'm trying to find the best parts for the lowest price possible. That's just how I'm building a Genesis Coupe and things like that. So just keep that in mind. No, I'm not rich, so.
See this? That's a car. 275,000.
Might want to hang on to that one.
Next up, I decided to go with an AEM Infinity standalone ECU, and I'm sorry, the AEM Infinity 710 standalone ECU, and that came to $2,396.95. As well as the not included with that, which I also went with, was the plug and play harness, which comes up to $300. I don't do wiring, so of course I'm going to get the plug and play harness. Let me know if I'm going too fast down in the comment section. The last video was about 25 minutes long, so I'm just trying to shorten it a little bit. Next up, we've got the Titan Turbo Kit for the 2JZ, obviously GTE. It's called the TMS Turbo Kit, actually, and that is $3,500, and apparently it's custom. And that includes, what does that include? So that includes the Titan Motorsports exhaust manifold, a Titan Motorsports 3-inch downpipe with an option for a 4-inch downpipe for an extra $200. Then a wastegate dump tube. What else? 3-inch intercooler piping with couplers and T-bolt clamps, oil feed and return lines with fittings, and K&N air filter and breather. That's what I originally picked. Then I found the ETS turbo kit for the 2JZ GTE, obviously, and that kit is actually $5,150. Why did I decide to go with the higher price turbo kit? Well, I'm going to tell you why. This kit includes, it has more options if you're going to upgrade. The Precision Turbo Kit, Precision H cover, a tile 60mm wastegate, stainless steel 4-inch downpipe, 4-inch mid-pipe, V-band flanges and clamps, stainless steel intake pipe, and a K&N air filter. It also has 4-ply silicone couplers, all the necessary gaskets and hardware to go along with this turbo kit, optional intercooler piping, the ETS turbo manifold, and this I actually, if you want more details on this one, I actually found this one at turbokits.com, which I found they actually have a lot when it comes to turbo kits, because that's what they're known for. My goodness. Let's see. Okay. One of the other rules that I had is I'm gonna always put in a tuning price, and that tuning price is always gonna be $500, because you never know what exactly the tuning price is gonna be. So I'm setting it at a minimum of $500, just to be on the safe side. Now, what's up next? The ETS intercooler upgrade, which is $1,224.55. Getting there. Then we've got the ETS Omega exhaust system. That is $911.05. Whew. Next, we're up to suspension, and actually these are the last two things. I picked the BC Racing BR Supra coilovers, and I actually found those at Titan Motorsports at $999, so $1,000. And then last but certainly not least, the TRD front strut tower bar. Sorry about that. And that came to $230. And so this is how I would build the Toyota Supra if I owned it. Now, how much does that all cost? You guys want to figure it out and let me know? You know, I'm not made of. Alright guys, so the grand total of all of this is, I'm going to look it up right here. Not look it up, but figure it out.
3 hours later.
That's my grand total, $15,924.55.
You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
So it looks like Jesse was right. $15,000 or more. Overnight parts. I'm kidding. Still not overnighting parts. So let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comment section. Let me know, more importantly, let me know what you guys would spend. Let me know if you guys agree with this list, if you don't agree with this list, where I could have saved money, where I could have spent a little bit more money. I think the unfortunately the common misperception about Toyota Supra is you have to have a 1,000 horsepower Supra or it's just not worth it. And I disagree with that. I think we've all seen on YouTube and things like that these 1,000 horsepower Supras. Yeah, Supras. It's nice to say I have a 1,000 horsepower Supra, but can you drive it on the street? Is it? I mean, the spool time, all that other stuff. Me personally, I'd rather have a 600-700, maybe 800 horsepower Supra that I know I'm gonna have fun with and things like that, and that I built. The other thing you're gonna find out about this list is, if you notice, I did not include labor. And the reason why I didn't include labor is because me personally, I would build this myself. Not to say that I'm an expert, but it's my car. I would build it myself. And that's not to say that you guys would build it yourself or wouldn't build it yourself or have somebody else do it. It's just, that's how I would prefer to. So all the cars that I have that we'll be discussing, these are based off of really just parts. The labor stuff, only labor that I really included would have been tuning. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Let me know if, again, if you guys agree, and definitely like, share, comment, and subscribe. The channel is growing, and it's because of you guys. Hopefully anybody new watching, definitely hit that subscribe button, and hit that like button, and definitely comment. Until next time, make no limitation your only limitation.
You ready for this, Jump?